Around 5 to 6 months ago, I got to know about a camp. I immediately searched on Google and asked some of my seniors about it. It sounded very interesting, so I thought about filling the form at least. After filling the form, I got to know that more than 700 medical students from the country had filled the form. Amongst them, only 300 were going to be selected. I received a mail after a few days informing me that Damle, you have been selected. In that mail, I read the camp's name for the first time. The camp was called Sevankur Bharat, 1 week for nation. Our train journey began and I felt really amazing. More than 300 medical students like me and the Sevankur team were going to Haridwar and to chill with completely unknown people for the next 7 days.
Since 2017, this camp is being held annually at different locations across the country. This is my second year. There are many such camps, but this camp is particularly very unique. Sevankur's team selects students from various medical colleges across India and takes them to a remote place of our country for 1 week. This year's 1 week camp is going to Haridwar. For 7 days, everyone has to live together and eat together. Of course, we'll have fun, but the important thing is to live together for a night in one of the villages there. After forming small groups, we had to stay in the homes of the local people as they do, eat what they eat, and have a conversation with them. Later, we had to conduct a medical camp in their village. I was just like these kids, last year, a newcomer. At that time, even I was fascinated as to how the food and travel arrangements were managed for so many people. Perhaps I might find some answer to these questions this year, because this time I have unexpectedly been promoted. I have been included in the management team. From the last 6 months, all of us have been preparing for the camp while managing our studies. From forming the groups of students to naming them. From booking the travel to planning the journey. Also, the activities that the students needed to go through in those 7 days. The material that would be required, kits for the medical camps, medicines, stationery, banners, list of students and the menu, and venue for the meals of 300 students. Also, when to eat, a minute to minute for all this was planned. From appetizers to dessert, everything is planned and managed with great discipline. At first, it felt very easy, but now it even frightens me. The cabs are colored according to the type of responsibility. I have been given a special responsibility of looking after the distinguished guests coming to the camp.
Hello mom, we have reached. The village is called Dharmawala. Do you know a huge hospital has opened here? All of us will be staying there. There's no need to worry as everything here is just like back home. I want to thank you since after all the struggles and fight you have sent me here. Today the camp will be inaugurated at the hands of Ravi Bhusari sir.
सामान्य जन के लिए डॉक्टर देव ही होता है, भगवान होता है। यानी भगवान को देखने वाले भी इस भूमि में, इस भारतवर्ष में है। ऐसी हमारी भारत भूमि है। इसलिए कहते हैं मेरा भारत महान। क्या कहते हैं? मेरा भारत महान। ये 7 दिन देश के नाम जय श्री राम।
Mom, today I'm very happy. Since the last few days I was a bit confused. But there's somewhat clarity now. I don't know why, but today I'm feeling very motivated. Today we watched the interview of founders of the hospital that we are living in. Dr. Anuj Singhal and Dr. Tara Singhal. They left a small village just like us for the upliftment of the society. They started with a very small dispensary. Over the years, they have gradually opened 14 hospitals in this hilly region. A region where opening even one dispensary is considered very difficult. By opening so many hospitals in such a region, They have achieved an impossible target, a hospital where anyone, irrespective of rich or poor, can come and avail the services. All services are at a price less than half prices in comparison to other hospitals. What does it take to give such a service in this part of the country? Mom, I'm speechless. This is what I wanted since the beginning. Instead of the cities, I would rather treat people in villages. Initially, I was afraid to even think about it. But now I have gathered the courage since I have found my role models.
What to say about our food and sleep? Our entire routine has changed over here. We are stacking mattresses and sleeping together, and then waking up early for yoga every day. We are washing our own clothes and plates all by ourselves. Wow, now I understand the importance of the 20-mark subject civics, which we used to take very casually. After listening to intellectual sessions of such stalwart guests, my brain was literally overwhelmed. Beyond home, college, studies, friends, and social media, I can now see a different world in front. Although not very clear, but still it gives a very different vibe than regular things. The dignitaries coming here to meet us every day are amazing. Listening to the stories of individuals who devote their entire life for the nation has left me perplexed. Even sharing my Wi-Fi password with anyone is a concern for me. So how is it possible to devote an entire life to the nation? Yesterday, a dignitary said that a doctor is next to God. I was on cloud 9 after listening to this. But I came right to my senses after hearing his next sentence. He said that attaining divinity is relatively simple, but living it is more difficult. Come to your senses, Damle! Even if you are in Uttarakhand, which is the land of God, it doesn't mean you have become God. You are still a student. You better remain a student.
Last year, I was just an ordinary student. This year, I am looking after the administration. I wake up early in the morning and make sure the guests and the officials are taken care of. It is slightly hectic, but I am constantly learning. I feel as if I am parallelly doing a masterclass. No matter which field you are in, which place and situation you are in, thinking about the country and the society is easy to say, but incredibly difficult to bring into action. Perhaps once we devote ourselves completely to such work, then there are no difficulties left. Once we are endowed with this thought, then without hampering my own medical practice, I will keep on working for the society.
Mom, we come together every day to play and share a lot of knowledge. This program has been designed very well. There's a thought behind every event and activity. Why and how we are doing any activity, everything is well thought out. In 1989, a hospital was opened in Chhatrapati Sambhaji Nagar, which was famous by the name Hedgewar Hospital. 7 doctors started this mission together. Moving forward, we need people who understand that although treating physical illness is important, addressing societal issues is equally important.
Today we are going to visit some remote villages in Uttarakhand. Uttarakhand is very beautiful, just like my Konkan. Everything looks clean as far as the sight goes, just like my village. There are several mango plantations here. These villages look mesmerizing from these tall mountains and meandering roads. We are going to set up a camp in one such village. We have been divided into 18 groups with 16 students in each group. I am in the group called Madhav Singh Bhandari. The villagers have to travel very far from this remote village for education, medical supplies, and other essentials.
स्कूल का नाम प्रताप सिंह और का नाम काकू है.
If they decide, they can also move and settle in cities, but they have firmly held their roots here. And this is the reason behind the prosperity this nation holds.
Mom, the people here are very beautiful. It feels similar to going for a visit to grandparents' house during vacations. There is no hesitation. It is as if we know each other since very long time. They've accepted us with a broad mind. We toured the village as well. People have so many difficulties in this village. However, since the hospital is far away, they ignore their health and their illness. The children, the elderly, everybody. Tomorrow is a big day, Mom. People from the surrounding villages will be coming here.
मेरा नाम मौसी संदेशा शुक्ला है।
Auntie, my name is Sandesha Shukla. I'm from Mumbai and I'm a doctor.
निकाला था।
Had you removed it from a doctor?
दवाई नहीं दी डॉक्टर ने।
Didn't the doctor give you any
हाँ,
medicines?
medical camp
Yes, a medical camp will be set up in Rikhar. If anyone has any problems, please come there and let us know. Get the children along. They'll be given medicine to treat worm infection. Ladies, make sure to come there, okay? Yes, the checkup will be done for survey.
के लिए कि
This time I'm here only for 2 days. However, now I feel that I should work for my entire life in these mountains.
Since morning, there has been a long queue of people waiting. People are traveling on foot from distant mountains to reach here.
Registration will be done outside and inquiry will be taken here. After an advice is given, the patient will go to the dispensing table.
Everyone looks satisfied. Everyone's face reflects a sense of belief in us. If I am able to see this belief on the face of every patient throughout my life, then I'll never stop doing this work.
Since morning, every person who has approached me speaks with huge trust, as if I can instantly solve each of their problems. The reason behind this trust is the white coat that I am wearing. The magic of this white coat is simply great. It is this white coat that has bestowed upon us a sense of divinity. My hands were shaking while examining these people. Every word that I utter will determine whether this person leaves from here in joy or in worry. Medicine can anyway be prescribed over the counter as well. However, it is because of Sevankur I learned that the patient should be understood as a human being first. Today, I am very happy to be a small part of this great noble work of Sevankur. I will definitely come back here whenever I can.
While we were leaving the town, the locals thanked us. But should I say the truth? We should be the ones to thank them. They allowed strangers like us to roam in their world with absolute ease.
Mom, today I'm happy because I have finally accomplished the work I wanted to do after coming to the village. Along with conducting the medical camp, we also cleaned the village while leaving. While going there, we felt that we are about to do something big. But now I understand that when it comes to doing something for others, there's no such thing as big or small. Do your work with complete honesty and never take pride in it.
We had to leave with a heavy heart. We met people with pure hearts who welcomed us with selfless affection. We were able to breathe fully in the mountains which were far away from the city. We got an opportunity to see and experience a different culture very closely. After talking to them, we came to know that they also had difficulties in their life. But those difficulties did not show up on their faces. Since they were happy by themselves, they could generously share their joy with us. I have learned that a person can stay happy with minimal needs.
Today, after coming back, everyone had something on their minds. These 2 days had given us a lot and taught us a lot. And then we received some good news. Today, the final year MBBS results were declared for some of us. Everyone had gathered in the hall. The fatigue of the journey vanished in an instant when those 11 or 12 individuals standing in front proudly introduced themselves with Doctor before their names. At that time, I felt so great. One moment, even I felt that I should also go there and say out loud that I am Dr. Srihari Damle. But then I told myself, patience, Damle, patience. There are still 3 years to go. But yes, that day will come soon. Right now, it is time to celebrate their happiness.
Since 1997, Dr. Tupkari and his colleagues began Sevankur's work on a very small level. The agenda then was only to meet medical students and have a conversation with them. But Dr. Tupkari's aim was not just to give the students a dose of patriotism through those discussions. For him, seeing is believing. For this, the students needed to step outside their college campus to see the real India. Through this, Dr. Tupkari envisioned a dream of creating a new generation of young doctors who think about their country. After working consistently for so many years, he has now put his faith in us. Now, he participates as a small part of this, just like an ordinary person. When we do something good, we are applauded by him without fail. And if we commit a mistake or stumble upon, he quickly offers a helping hand. I even sit right next to him to chat. Of course, this is his greatness.
Mom, I'm really excited. Now I'm looking forward to coming home and narrate a detailed story of the Sevankur camp to you. What have these 7 days given me? Good friends, lovely people, stalwarts from our field, and a bunch of memories.
I have learned one more thing in this camp. Doing something for the country does not necessarily mean abandoning my medical studies or practice and leaving for these remote villages. We should have our own practice, earn good money, earn success and fame. But wherever I work, I should work honestly. I would use my knowledge and time for the benefit of our society and our country as well.
Many say that they want to serve the nation. But what does our country really mean? The real answer to this won't be found in geography textbook, from a map or on Google or Instagram. In order to truly understand our country, we need to step out of our home, meet people, and understand them. There is still so much left to explore in our country. But in these last 7 days, I managed to get a tiny glimpse of our nation and the people here. Because in these 7 days, I've seen an unseen side of my own country.
When I return home, everyone will ask me what did I bring. Then I will tell them that I have come back as a better human being.